now started. It says record in the top left, that's recording.
Yeah.
If you want to pause it at any stage. So, hitch, stabiliser hitch, you probably had that on your last one.
Yes, the
Yeah,
shape
but-
of
but-
it is a little bit different, but it works exactly the same.
All it is exactly the same down here, it's just a new handle. So you're happy that you obviously need your toe ball needs to be grease free and paint free, totally clean.
Yes.
Because obviously it's working on friction, so
Yeah.
it needs to be clean. Okay. You breakaway cable, you're happy with how that
And
works?
our existing hitch lock,
If
which
you-
we had the other shape, that'll fit on
Yes.
here.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly the same. So if you imagine all that's changed is that handle there.
Yeah.
Just trying to spot on. Was it the same as on that Avondale there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So exactly all is different, as I said, was the handle. So if you've got a lock that fitted that on the previous one, it will fit on that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Handbrake obviously all the same. Electrics 13 pin. You had the 13 pin on your last one, yeah. ATC. Did you have ATC? Probably not on the last
No.
one. Okay. On the ATC, obviously that's slightly different. You know what it actually does or what it's there for?
It's to stop it snaking, I believe.
Yeah,
isn't
well,
it?
it's to correct it after it does, obviously,
Right,
it starts.
okay.
Okay. Doesn't prevent it from snaking, but it just corrects it. All it does is just applies the brake slowly. Okay. It runs off your electrics off your car. So when you plug it into the car, it will do a self-test, so you hear it manually making a noise. When it also, you've got an indicator light here. So that indicator light, when you plug it in, you check it. If it's solid green,
Yeah.
it's okay, it's done its full checks.
Yeah.
If it's flashing green, it hasn't quite completed its check. So all you need to normally is from driving from here, say, to the gate, it will just complete that test.
Right.
Okay, if it's solid red light, that means that obviously problem. You can try disconnect your electrics from your car, give it a few seconds, and it may reset as you plug it back in. If not, you can still travel with it, but obviously the system won't be working. You need obviously someone to check it out and sort
We
it
need
out.
it looked at some point.
If it's flashing red, likelihood it may have applied the brakes. Okay, because that's what the system does. So before you try and tow it away, just obviously see if you can move it. If obviously you can't move it, the brakes have been applied. Obviously you can't move it then. So obviously you're going to need someone to.
We're in trouble.
Yeah. So you're going to need. You can try and unplug the electrics and re-plug in if it will reset, but if not, then obviously you're not going to be able to move it until someone does something to it to obviously correct it. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So you're happy with the gas locker? Obviously you've got your regulator that
Yes.
you can use butane or propane off that if you wanted to.
Yeah. Well, we'll stick with the red bottle, which
Yeah,
is that's the.
That's your year round.
Propane,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's it, yeah.
Yeah. Okie
Okay,
dokie.
just one you on that catch there.
Yes.
Good each on there. Right, Bob, we'll go around this side now. Well, this one is a combined unit.
Right.
Yeah. This is the vent for your gas side of it, obviously.
Yeah.
On the last one, you probably had a cover that you took off if you wanted to use gas on your hot water tank.
Yes.
Yeah, well, this one
We
you don't.
never use gas on it.
Right, so you're probably always staying on, yeah. So there's nothing to take off there. You can use it as gas without taking the cover off. Water in, probably something similar. You've got a trigger, if it's exactly the same, you've got that trigger to pull it out. Obviously there's no pump on the end of there, so it's just a filter. And you just click it in there. Just be careful, sometimes most people, like myself, tend to put our pump or wear a pump pipe inside the sink, and you tend to curl it around, don't you, to fit it in the sink. So just be careful because it can. You see that there?
We have always just bunged it in the front locker.
Oh, right, so you probably
So it's
be a bit straight.
fairly straight anyway.
Because if you imagine that plugged in, you can actually be just drawing the air off the top of the acroll if you're not
Yes.
careful. So just make it sure it's straightened out and obviously sitting in there. Okay. Okay, battery locker. Obviously got our electrics connected to it at the moment. I assume it's your motor mover, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we obviously got that fitted. Your motor mover. Obviously your keys there. And that's obviously your point there for you isolating your.
Oh, that's there, is it?
Yeah, so
right.
that's there. Okay.
Okay.
You've also got an external aerial point there as well. It's like underneath the
Oh,
cable
right.
there. So if
Yes.
you want to plug an aerial into it.
So, yes, I think at one of the sites we were at then, they did have some external aerials where,
Yeah. You can
We
sometimes
didn't
you have them on the bollard, can't you? You can have
Yeah.
a super pitch or whatever
yeah,
on the bollard. Okay. Just mind yourself on the cables. You can
right. The battery isn't in there at the moment, is
No,
it?
that's our battery. Just
Right, so you'll be putting a battery in there.
have you got
Okay.
a battery? Your battery, have you?
No.
No, they don't come with batteries unless
Do
you've
they
bought,
not?
unless you've obviously it's all new vans. They don't come with a battery, or they don't come with a gas tail. They come with a cable. They come with your wheel wrench, winder handle, and a step, but they don't come with a battery.
Right.
Okay, so you're going to need to. I do need to purchase one of them. Obviously you need a reasonable one. Have you got one on your old van? It makes it right door.
There is a battery. There is a battery on it.
Yeah. Is it fairly new or we've had it the same length as your other van?
I think we possibly had about the same name.
Yeah. It's up to you. If you want to check your wastewater outlet there.
That looks very familiar.
Yes. Also you've got your flush tank, reservoir
That
and
looks as if it's
waste tank.
exactly the same model as...
Exactly the same, yeah.
Yeah.
The wheels and the handle. Yeah.
Yep, yeah.
Then you've got your drain here on the plastic ledge.
Oh.
So the drain for your flush tank.
Ah.
Yeah. Probably, if you had this one before, you probably would have had that.
But I don't think we knew about it.
Or you just didn't know about it, yeah.
We didn't know about it. Because to drain it, all we ever did was just
flush.
keep flushing
Yeah,
until it was...
you can do that anyway.
Yes.
But it's just that last bit you can just drain out with that.
All right.
But yeah, I do the same. I'll drain it out. The other thing, obviously, as you're flushing it anyway, you're getting the water or whatever out of the pump as well.
Yes.
Which is a good idea. Obviously, you don't want any water held in that pump if it does freeze.
Okay, right,
Okay,
fine.
just find yourself on the gas hose. Okay, we've obviously got access under your bed. Okay, the spare wheel is now under the bed.
Right.
Which you probably had an underslung one on the last one.
It was underslung, yes.
Got a nice rug. Obviously, you got your step. I'll lift the
Have
bed
you
up.
got the step as well? Oh,
Yes.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
step.
we retained the step, but never mind. Okay.
That's no problem. Yeah. And obviously, you got. Obviously, very important is your wheel nuts. Okay, you need to make sure they're there. You check them before you go away each time.
All right.
I will check. I will check them before you leave. Just tell you here on your plate, and also obviously in your handbook, what torque setting it needs to be.
Should we? Is it better to have a torque wrench to do it?
If you can, yeah, I would recommend that. Recommend a torque wrench. Okay. But obviously you can check it with your normal wrench anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just making sure that obviously the last thing you want is a wheel coming off. Okay. Also your plate obviously gives you all the weights, and also your tyre size and your tyre pressure. Obviously your tyre pressure is obviously important when you travel as well.
Yes.
Make sure you got correct tyre pressure.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Outside we've also got obviously got electric point,
Electric socket there. Good.
and a gas barbecue socket.
Yes. Very important.
Yeah, so you've got a connection inside your pack inside, which obviously fits into that.
Yeah.
If you had the similar one on your previous van.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Is that similar
yes.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, if you want to change the sensitivity of the settings on your alarm,
So if we found that it was going off all the time, then we
yeah, you can
press that.
you can
one
alter it by
and
with that
presumably
one.
look in the instruction books
Yes.
to see exactly what the instruction would see
Yeah,
what we do.
because I've never actually to reset any of them. So. Okay, if you'd like to go inside, just mind yourself on the step. Also got your control panel. Control panel's asleep at the moment. Okay, you can just press any button; it'll just light up to show what's up and running. So that is your 12-volt system on and off. Okay,
Yeah.
water pump switch. That's showing 240s connected. That shows your leisure batteries connected. Then if you press the view levels, it shows you what your leisure battery is doing as well. Obviously,
Yes.
it's showing 14 volts and all because it's going through the charger. Normally, obviously, a decent battery you're looking at 12, 12 and a half, 13. Obviously, when it's fully charged. Okay. Happy with that bit?
Oh, right, so we do not expect it to be showing absolutely full, or
No.
just on a leisure battery.
No. No,
But
you
then
know,
have-
obviously as soon as you start using something, the level's going to drop anyway. But okay, so first thing I normally do when I get in is get the water into the van or into the Tapson system. Okay, you can see down there is your drain tap, which is that one there. Okay, it's probably very similar to the one you had previously.
Yes, but it's nearer the front of the.
Yeah, normally
the locker.
they used to be
It
hiding in
used
that
to be-
corner.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a lot easier to get to now. Okay, and obviously your boiler's in that corner there as well.
Right.
Still. Okay, obviously what we've also got here is your consumer unit.
Yes.
With the buttons going across the top right. Spare, obviously not connected to anything. Heating and hot water on electric, so that's a button that switches that on and off. Charger, again the button to, obviously with that switched on, your 240 connected starts charging your battery. Reverse polarity, that's just a light. So if you go on the continent and plug your electric in, come and have a look. If that lights, obviously is reverse polarity, because obviously on the continent they tend to wire things slightly differently than us.
Right.
So if that does light,
Does
you
it
obviously
matter?
you have to pull your electrics out and get an adapter just to operate off their electrics.
Right.
Okay. Then top left, you got a system shutdown button that can shut down all the 12-volt systems.
Sorry, which is this one?
The system, top left one, it's a system
Oh,
shutdown.
that one there.
Yeah, that can shut all the 12-volt systems off. Even though that one power button you've got on your control panel will switch it off, your 12 volts. That will shut there's always something running in the background, so that will shut everything off. So when you're in
Right.
storage, you can switch that one off. You know, if you're not
Okay.
going to use it for 2 or 3 months. and obviously, then just below that is your 12-volt fuses.
Yep.
Which you've got the info note there to see
And
what they're
those
connected
are
to.
the normal sort of spade grip
Yeah,
jobs, aren't
that's
they?
it,
Yeah.
And then you've got the, on the right hand side, bottom is the your trip switches RCD or whatever. So and also on the info note.
Oh, down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's obviously your 240 side of it.
Those just come out like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Right. Fine.
Right. So, well, so to get the water in, obviously your next one is obviously it'd be exactly the same as what you would have done in your last
We
one. So
press the water pump.
yes, which is up on your control. So obviously you've got to make sure that is shut there, because otherwise all the water is just going to be going onto the ground.
Yeah.
Make sure all your taps are shut before you put the water pump on, because you don't want water going everywhere that you don't want it to go. Okay, so that's exactly the same as what you would have done previously. So get all the air out the system.
Yep.
Obviously switch your water pump on, drain all the air out, get all the air out the system. Obviously I have primed it already. And to fill your hot water tank, be exactly the same. Put it to the hot side of your tap. Obviously once air, normally you've got air coming down through it, obviously if you've got an empty tank.
Splashes
Yeah,
and whatever.
it just splutters everywhere. Once you've got solid stream like that, you know you've got a tank full of hot water. Do the same with each tap, make sure you've got all the air out of the system.
Do you have to do that with a shower as well? No.
Yeah, well it's best to get, once you've got all the air out, so if you've opened all the taps, obviously it's a bit more difficult with your shower perhaps, but it's exactly the same, just get all the air out. I don't know if you want to put your finger under there, but I have heated the water up.
I could see steam.
You can see a bit of steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have heated the water up already. Obviously, it's not instant heat. Obviously, it's still the same as the other one. You have to heat the water in your boiler before you get warm water.
How much
obviously.
water does it hold?
Good question. 10 litres. Yeah, I'm thinking then. I'm thinking. Yeah, it's about 10 litres. Okay. I'll just say we've still got the radio room. Yeah, we'll just go through that and then we'll switch that off then so it's not distracting me. Okay, so on-off button there. It might be something similar to what you had before. Volume button. Press the volume button, it mutes it. Got searches left and right there. Obviously your presets there. Single play CD. Obviously you can eject it there, and you can eject the front off the radio if you want to if somebody's
Yeah, because it's basically a car radio, isn't it?
yeah, exactly the same. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's that little socket there for putting an MP3 player in.
That's it. Yeah. So you
Right,
do that
okay.
if you want to use one of them.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So obviously the main difference now is going to be the heating system, which obviously likely you might want to record this bit. Dull panel for the heating and hot water.
Where?
Okay, you can see that.
Come
there?
around.
Okay. Well, I'll just increase the temperature on that for a second. Right, there we go. So on your main control panel, top left is your circulation pump. So that's circulating the heating around, similar to your domestic central heating. So that's circulating it around your van to warm the van up. This plug here is to show it's connected to electric. So if that little switch on the consumer unit is switched off, that little plug won't be there. So if that little plug's there, just make sure the orange button is switched on.
Yeah.
And the next line is showing what temperature your room is. So at the moment it's saying the room's 23 degrees. Okay, that's the on-off button there. You can see it's working because we've got a little green light inside it. If there's any problems, it'll turn red. To change any temperature or whatever settings, press the menu button. Top line, that's the temperature you want to set the room at. And obviously it's set at 24 degrees. You can't literally switch if you've got the water heating going, you can't switch the heating off as just switch the heating off. What you've got to do is just bring the temperature below the room temperature.
Yes.
Okay? So obviously it's, I can't remember what we said.
Nice day today.
So a nice day today, all you do is just bring it below whatever the room temperature was, which was 23 degrees. You see the circulation pump's gone off now. Okay? So obviously that's not circulating your heating around your van. The temperature range from, what you can say is maximum is 30 degrees and the minimum is 5 degrees.
Okay.
So as I said, you can't switch it off.
That'll do it, I think.
Okay. Well, what I'll do, I'll just bring it back up again just to show you something else. So hopefully that's so we've got circulation pump back up and running now because I brought the temperature above the room just. Next one is your water heating. Okay, you can see that.
It's a shower thing. Yes.
Yeah. So that's your water heating. That's water heating off now. Okay. So normal running for your water heating is green on the plus button and half the triangle coloured in.
Right.
Okay. If you want to boost the water, which you can, you press the plus again.
You've
got the full triangle coloured in, means we're doing a water boost now. So what we'll do is concentrate all the heating on the hot water for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, it will switch itself back off again.
And will that then appear as half and half on there again?
Yeah.
It will?
Yeah.
So it adjusts back automatically?
Yeah, after 30 minutes. Obviously, unless you switch it off. If you look, see there also, what it does is shut the heating down as well.